Hi there, so it finished 3-1 today for us against Southampton. Your thoughts on the game?
I think it was a good game. It was good to see everybody, react after the goal. The stadium sort of came alive, all the fans came alive, and the team just sort of had the wake-up moment. We were kind of constricting them, penning them in the first half. We couldn't find that goal. And then we got scored on. We remembered who we were, and it just came afterwards. They really couldn't do anything. They tried to waste time and play it out of the back, and it kept causing them problems, and we just kept capitalizing off of it. And I'm really glad that it was a good game. Another goal for Havertz, which was a big deal for me, I guess. I was excited to see him play at home at the Emirates again, and this is my first game, so really good game to come to, and I'm really happy about the result.
Nice, bro. Welcome. First time here. I've got the win.
Yeah.
So happy for you, bro. But Havertz, you mentioned scoring again. There's a lot of talk about us needing a striker. He's been in that position from last season, scored a good amount of goals last season. Coming into this season now, he keeps scoring. He's on a great run of scoring goals. And that talk of us needing a striker, he's answering the call.
I think he's 95% of what we need, and you look at money spent and where do you want to allocate your funds, and do you really want to go big for 5% rather than getting that 5% somewhere else? Mika Marino is a really good, but I think he showed a lot of his qualities today, especially outside of possession, when unlike Jorginho, he's able to cover a lot of ground and get to those spots a lot more easily. And then he's still quality in possession. He's grown up in Spain. He's got all those abilities, and I think that the Havertz buy and the decision to both put in his flexibility in midfield is also important for games where we need to rotate people, and you see minutes and usage of people like Jesus, who are not his best game, but you hope for that guy to have a good game also. I think that we don't need a new person and necessarily a new striker to come in if we can raise the bottom of a team, which this summer window kind of was like the, I would say, culmination of that idea of raising the floor of our team. And I think Havertz is going to do well. I mean, he keeps scoring, he keeps working hard, he's fighting hard. The fans are behind him when he fights for the ball like that, and you just want him to do well. He's a wonderful player to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And we saw Martinelli score again today. A couple of goals for him recently now. Seems like he's coming back in form. He went through that bad patch, but we know what a good player he is, and it seems like he's finding his confidence and getting that form back.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I'd kind of not given up, but sort of chosen to leave Martinelli out of my mind, I guess, until he sort of came back. And I'm glad to see him. He's getting to those. He's making those choices sooner. He's not letting the time. There's these windows for him, and he's taking those opportunities, crossing the ball inside. He's working with Calafiori, who, the left back position last year with Timber's injury, not necessarily the most stable, and you can see how when you have fatigue in your in that left back spot, how it negatively affects Martinelli, and then he might build up fatigue, and he had a couple of injuries last year, so it's good that he's back. I mean, we need him back. He's such a good player. 15 non-penalty goals in 22 and 23 was just awesome, and we all hoped for him to carry on from that. And I think maybe this year he's sort of hitting his stride again. He was there at the back post. He wasn't offside. It was great.
Yeah, for sure. We saw Saka getting a third goal. He's not scored for a while in the Premier League. We know he's a great player, but for his confidence as well, that'd be nice for him getting that third goal today.
I think it was good for his confidence, but also there's something about the way he was playing today. I felt like he could have gotten 2-3 more, and I think that's also important. A lot of the games where he doesn't score, you feel like there was one moment where the ball bends 1 or 2 inches the right way, and he has a goal. He's always getting assists. I mean, another one today, right? So he does so much for the team, and we play through him so much that even if he's not getting a goal, the sustained pressure that he provides us just by being so elite at carrying, taking contact, and keeping the ball. I mean, today it was amazing. I was stunned, and his connection with Trossard is also really important because Trossard's an important player in what he does, both in the press and linking up play. Their connection is important, and the connection he's developing with Havertz, making him a better player. Saka's just so brilliant. I think it just spills over to the other people on our team, and they do really well.
Yeah, for sure. So who would you give your man of the match shoe today?
Honestly, I would give it to either Saka or Havertz. It's really hard to make a decision because for my man of the match, sometimes I think about who influenced the emotions of the game, who brought the fans back into the game. And I think Havertz did a lot of that, and then Saka sort of took the torch and took the baton and kept going. with bringing the fans back into it. And I think that's the most important part because of, Arsenal as a club and their identity and their connection to the fans. You have to kind of have that. If we were disconnected if the fans were disconnected today, I just don't think that comeback happens because the goal was scored and immediately the fans were alive again. They were rallied. There was a frustration, but it wasn't the same frustration we've seen in the past. I think it was more of a like, we're better, we know we're better, we can do this. And so the players responded, Havertz responded, the energy was there. I think it's really hard for me to decide. I'll go with Havertz just because that first goal was so electric and everyone was back and everyone was ready to go. And then he was fighting for the ball late into the game. He just doesn't get tired. It's honestly crazy.
Okay, bro. So international break now. We had a good amount of games. We're right there at the top of the Premier League. We're doing well with the Champions League, undefeated.
Yes.
And we've had some real hard games away as well, we know. Going to Tottenham, going to Man City, going to Aston Villa, going to Atlanta. So still undefeated. It's been a really good start. What's your thoughts overall on how we've been going?
Honestly, I'm really excited because I feel like last season we sort of jogged through the first half of the season, not necessarily by our own choice. We had a couple of injuries, a couple of suspensions. Partey, we thought he would play more games at the start of last season, and we thought we'd have Timber. Now this season, we're almost at that jogging pace, but we've also shown that we're jogging against some of the best teams in the league and teams that are doing very well in Europe. Aston Villa, the 2-0 against Aston Villa away looks really good now that we've just seen what they've done to Bayern. They just did a job against Bayern. That goal from Duran, and we were able to go there and get 2 goals. And get that fixture out of the way really early in the season. We got Spurs out of the way early in the season. A bunch of players missing. And it just shows that even in Spurs, an example, is a game where we sort of had to jog through it and fight through it, even though we didn't want to, but we still got it done. Versus this game, which was more of a jog. We started Sterling, we started Jesus. I think those aren't necessarily your first choice players for those positions. And I think that this was another case of us being better at the base of our team. We're just better than Southampton, and the right substitutions were made to keep control of the game, keep pressure, and then get the second goal and the third goal. And I'm really excited because I want to know, like, last year we had the Dubai winter camp, and we came back and we just couldn't stop winning. And so if there's going to be another period like that this season, I mean, how much better could we get? I'm very just excited for what we have this year.